So, hello everybody. I'm here today with Sarah Crofts, and it's the first time I've interviewed somebody on a boat. So, Sarah, welcome. Nice to see you this morning. We are having some problems with the
You.
connection, but we do know, Sarah says that's part of the challenge of living on a boat with the kit and making it work. And quite interesting, really, because Sarah's love and passion is her blogging, her travel blog called VW Adventures. And she has recently written about kit when you travel. So I think Sarah's a bit of an expert, certainly on living a boat, but she also lives on a camper van as well with her daughter. So, Sarah, nice to meet you this morning.
You too. Thanks
And
for.
tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your VW adventures.
Okay. So a couple of years ago, July 2016, my then 10-year-old daughter and I left our London home. We packed it all up and gave the keys back and moved into our camper van called Island and set off on a chick's road trip for a year. And we lived in our van, traveling through Europe, Scandinavia, North Africa for just over a year. And then when we came back to the UK, because we needed to have an MOT done on the vehicle, we settled back near my parents in Oxfordshire. And a few months later, we bought a narrowboat and moved,
Yeah.
well, during the December big freeze, pre-Christmas big, we spent a week at -7 degrees in our camper. And then the following week, we moved on to our boat, and we were very happy to have a wood burning stove, an
Yes.
oven, and we've been on the boat ever since. And now we mix and match. We go away in the camper, and we return back to the boat to have a more stable kind of a base.
Sounds
So
fabulous. I love the idea of moving between a boat and a camper van.
yeah, and
Uh,
no house any longer at all.
Yeah, yeah, no fixed abode. Both your homes can move wherever you choose to take them. I'm starting to love this idea. I've spoken to some other people whose sort of homes are mobile, and yeah, started a sort of a thought in my head about, yeah, why does it need to be fixed? It's nice that you can move it around. So,
Yeah,
share with us your number one travel tip because you're clearly well traveled. What's the one thing that you think you'd want to share with somebody about travel?
right. Funny you should reference back to our problems with technology. The one thing that I don't leave home without is my mobile broadband unit. I have two. I have one on the boat, and I have a much smaller pocket size one that comes away in the camper van with us, because my work is all online, and my daughter is home educated, and so a lot of her resources for her work and
Right.
research, we are very dependent on staying connected. So
Really? Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
everything you do.
yes,
So this kit, you see, I don't. This isn't the world I live in. So this mobile kit, it's like a unit that
yeah.
you purchase, and
Uh,
you can move it around. It's like a box, is it?
Yeah, so well, the pocket size one is literally the size of a small power pack.
Right.
You can put a mobile data SIM or a phone SIM
Mm-hmm.
from. There's any number of UK suppliers, especially now that we've moved on in Europe, and
Right.
our roaming charges are not as
Yes.
yeah,
So
not
that's
the big
helped.
they used to be. But
Ooh.
also, I always make sure that I buy a piece of kit that's unlocked, which means when I go to another country like Morocco, we were in Morocco for 10 weeks,
Right.
I can use a local SIM.
See, I
So
wouldn't think about that. Unlock. So that means that you can take it into any sort of place there, and they can make sure that it works in their location. Is that?
yeah, and you'll quite often find, that sometimes your data charges are a lot less. So, for example, again, Morocco, you're looking at about £10 for a large amount of data.
Right.
So, and I've got, whoops.
That your screen doesn't show on our screen, so it's okay.
Yeah. So quite often, especially if you're going to be in one particular country for quite a while, then it's a much better and affordable option to use the local SIM rather than using your contract from back home.
Sure, much cheaper. Wow, I'm loving this. These great tips for the mobile traveller. It's a first time talking to somebody on a boat, and the first time really getting into this whole tech issues around mobile sort of living or travelling or holidays. So
And
thank you.
you're sometimes, if you need to check back into work, or if you are, part of the new generation of digital nomads,
Yeah, love that phrase.
those lovely buzzwords, which is what I am, location independent digital nomad. Then this stuff
Location
is,
independent.
this stuff is what enables you to keep traveling and to keep going.
So that's a great travel tip from Sarah Crofts, location independent mobile traveller. I love it. Thank you, Sarah.
Welcome.